is time to stop building on sand. If you want a life that feels good on the inside and not just one that looks good on the outside for social media or for the world, you have to stop pouring your precious cement into foundations that are fundamentally broken. And don't let that go over your head. Let's get real. Why do we spend so many years, sometimes our entire youth, investing and building in areas that give us absolutely nothing? Are you building because you actually see potential in the project, or are you building because you are terrified of being alone with your own potential? Welcome to Win-Win with Gwen, hosted by Gwendolyn Shores, author, inspirational speaker, transformational coach, and CEO of Minds Above Matters. This is the podcast where your dreams ignite, limits shatter, and action leads to the life that you deserve. Your breakthrough starts now. Welcome back to the Win-Win with Gwen podcast. I am your host, transformational coach Gwendolyn Shores. I am the author of the book Get Beat to Get Better, as well as the CEO of Minds Above Matters. For those of you who don't know, I am also an inspirational speaker. This podcast is designed to be your sanctuary for healing and growth, a space where we overcome fear, we push past obstacles, and equip you with the mental tools to stop settling for less than God's best. My mission here on this podcast is to help you bridge that gap between the person you are and the powerful person you were created. Let's get right into it. I need you to do something physical for me. Wherever you are right now, if you're walking, if you're sitting, if you're somewhere folding laundry or fixing on something around the house, I want you to take a pause for a minute. I want you to give yourselves a high five. That's right. Give yourselves a high five. Seriously, reach out and do it right now, because not everybody is showing up to help themselves grow and heal today. Most people are running away from their truth, but you are leaning into your truth. And it takes a powerful person to look in that mirror and say, I need change. And you are that powerful person. I want you to know deep in your soul that I believe in you 101%. But what's even more important is that you believe in yourself 101%. And that extra 1% is the spark that lights the fire of transformation. Today, we're talking about quitting the builder mentality. That's right, quitting that builder mentality. I'm speaking to both my brothers and my sisters, honey, because I don't just speak to one side, because I believe that everyone needs help. Everyone needs guidance. Everybody needs transformation. So you need to quit playing builder to the person who was never meant for you. Quit playing builder to the career that was never aligned with your soul. And quit playing builder to the health regimen or a hustle lifestyle that is actually killing you, baby. It is time to stop building on sand. If you want a life that feels good on the inside and not just one that looks good on the outside for social media or for the world, you have to stop pouring your precious cement into foundations that are fundamentally broken. And don't let that go over your head. Let's get real. Why do we spend so many years, sometimes our entire youth, investing and building in areas that give us absolutely nothing? Are you building because you actually see potential in the project, or are you building because you are terrified of being alone with your own potential? I want you to think about that for a minute, okay? Because that's really important. You know, it's often easier to try to fix a person or a broken career path than it is to look at ourselves and ask why we accepted less than we deserve. You know, I find that we stay busy fixing so we don't have to face the silence of our own needs. Because look, you cannot build a future with someone who is comfortable living in their past, and you cannot build a career on a foundation of spiritual misalignment. I think the reason we stay is because we are afraid of the sudden silence and the pain of leaving. So we choose the slow, grinding, daily pain of standing. But I'm here to tell you that It's not a win-win. Honey, that's a lose-lose. I want to speak specifically to that relationship you're exhausted by right now. Okay, let's talk about that because you've been playing master builder, laying brick after brick of grace and patience to create a home for someone in your heart. While that someone just keeps showing up with a sledgehammer, dusting it all up. You're trying to build a cathedral out of a tool shed. If this person never changes another habit, okay, think about that. If they never change another habit, if they never apologize for the way they hurt you, and if they never put in 1 single ounce of more effort, are you truly okay with another 10 years of exactly this? Look at your hands. Look at them. Are they collapsed from carrying the weight of two people? If the answer is no, then you have to put down the tool and stop building. You are not a repair shop for people who don't want to be fixed, baby. If they don't want to be saved, you can't save them. If they don't want to be fixed, they can't be fixed by you. I want us to do a deep dive diagnostics right now, right here, right now. I call this the builder's red flag checklist. Okay. Listen to these red flags and count how many times your heart just flinches. First, ready? First, are you the only one holding the blueprints? If you're the only one talking about the future and trying to improve the us, you aren't in a partnership. You're in a solo construction project. Second, are you in love with who they are today? Or are you in love with the renovated version of them you've created in your mind? Because we love to create things in our minds. If you're waiting for them to change to finally be happy, building a fantasy. Honey, fantasies and realities, they're like oil and water. They don't mix. And the third thing on my checklist, check your energy levels. If you leave their presence feeling like you just worked a double shift at a rock curry, it's a red flag, baby. Love should not be a charging station, not a power drain either. And finally, are they safe for your loan? If you have to hide your struggles because you're too busy pretending to be the strong one, you aren't building a home. Whoa, baby, you're building a prison. While you're sitting with that truth, I want to remind you that if this message is hitting your heart, please hit subscribe. Please tap like. Please comment and share this episode right now. Your support helps us reach the people who are currently standing in the middle of their own wounds. And you know what? We're here to help one another. So please share this with someone you think needs this. Now let's pivot to that career you've been laboring over. Oh, baby, we talking about that career, that job, that 9 to 5. You've been climbing a ladder for years, building success by everyone else's standards. But I have to ask you this. Are you staying because you actually love the work, or are you staying because you become comfortable with the golden handcuffs of a paycheck? Sometimes burnout isn't about working too many hours. It's about staying too long in something you've already outgrown. Have you outgrown that space? Do you know that you can be doing more? Ask yourself. Because look, you are not a tree. You can move, honey. You can move. Let's go through the career red flag checklist, okay? Red flag number 1, the Sunday night dread. Ooh, I've been there, honey. Look, if your stomach starts turning into knots at 4 p.m. on Sunday, your soul is telling you that where you're going isn't where you belong. Listen to that. Number 2, you're trading your integrity for a title. If you have to silence your morals just to fit in, you are eroding your own foundation. And number 3, your growth. Is your growth horizontal only? Are you getting more work and more stress, but you aren't actually becoming a better human being? And number four, have you stopped dreaming? If the you from 10 years ago would be disappointed in the you of today because you settled for a paycheck over a purpose, that's a red flag. And oh my God, it's a sad red flag at that. True perseverance means having the courage to stop building a monument to someone else's dream and starting the work of your own. You deserve that, honey. And that's why I do what I do, because I need you to understand and hear that. Look, we cannot ignore the temper, which is your health. We're getting ready to talk about the stress and the hustle culture that has been neglecting your body. If you keep living your life at this exact speed, will your body be able to support your dreams in 5 years? Stop playing builder to a lifestyle that is breaking your back. So here are the health red flag checklists, okay? You ready? First, borrowed energy. If you can't function without a constant stream of caffeine or adrenaline, you aren't building health. You're managing a crisis. Those are signs of crisis management, honey. Second, look at your rest. If your only way to relax is to numb out in front of a screen because you're too exhausted to even think, that isn't rest. That's a collapse. Aren't you numbing yourself with drugs and alcohol? That's a collapse. Third, pay attention to your body's whispers. Honey, the body talks to you. Are you ignoring chronic headaches and back pain because you're too busy? Your body is the site of the bill. If the site is crumbling, the project is doomed, honey. Fourth, you've lost your way. If you're dieting or working out because you hate your body rather than loving it, you'll eventually fall apart. When you finally stop playing builder to the wrong people, the wrong job, and the wrong habits, you finally have the energy to build the only thing that truly matters. The hardest lesson I've ever had to learn is that who you choose to keep close and what you choose to do for a living will either expand your life or it will quietly, slowly. Let me remind you of this, and I said this earlier, and that is I believe in you 101%. But I need you to reach that 101% belief in yourself. That extra 1% is the courage to step into the unknown because you know that staying in the known is killing you, paralyzing you. You have the power to stop. You have it. Baby, you have it. You have the power to put the bricks down. You have the power to walk away from the construction site and go find a field where the soil is rich and ready for you. Now that we've identified the root, we can't just leave you standing in the middle of a cleared construction site. Baby. We can't leave you there feeling empty. We have to talk about how to start over from scratch. You know I wasn't going to just leave you there, baby. We come to win here on the Win podcast. Look, this is the reconstruction roadmap. This is how you rebuild a life that's actually in alignment with the powerful person you are. This isn't about a quick fix. This is about a deep, soulful rebuild, honey. We're about to show you how to rebuild, honey. The first step to do this on the roadmap is clearing the debris. We about to clear it, honey. We about to clean it, honey, because guess what? You cannot build an old structure on top of old Jagger remains. This means you have to have the courage to have the final conversation. It means sending the I can't do this anymore text. It means turning in the resignation letter, or it means throwing away the supplements of habits that were masking your pain. You have to sit in the empty space for a minute. You have to sit there, honey. Yes, you have to sit in it. Because look, most people rush to fill the void because the silence is scary. But I'm here to tell you this. Stay in that silence and ask yourself why you run into the next project because you're afraid to see who you are without something to fix. Cleaning the debris is about radical honesty. Honey, you've got to be honest with yourself. It's about admitting that the last 5 years didn't work and being okay with that. Meet yourself where you are. Because a loss that leads to your healing is a win. That is not a loss. Reframe how you see that. The second step is testing the soil before you lay a single new brick. You have to ask yourself, what is the foundation of my life made of? What is it made of? For a long time, you were building on the foundation of pleasing others or fear of lack. This time we build on the foundation of self-belief. 101 I'm talking about. Testing the soil means identifying your non-negotiables. What don't you want in your life? What won't you have in your life anymore? What won't you allow? If you're rebuilding your personal life, what are the 3 values a partner must have for you to either let them on the construction site? If it's a career, what are the 3 things you need? Creativity, peace, autonomy to feel alive. Don't just start building because a site is available. Wait for the land that matches your soul, honey. We're not just stepping into anything anymore. Not no more. We're not. Did that, done that, didn't work. The third step is drafting the new blueprint. This is where you stop looking at what everyone else is building and you look at what you were called to create, honey, because you're not the Joneses. You're you. I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write down your win-win life looks like statement. Not what your mama wants, not what your boss wants, but what you want. Your own heart wants. Drafting the blueprint, setting boundaries. Dotson set boundaries. I love to remind people of this because a boundary is just a wall that protects the garden you're trying to grow. If you don't have boundaries, you don't have a blueprint. You just have an open field where everyone can come and dump their trash. What are you finally ready to say no to so that your yes actually carries? The fourth step is the slow build. We live in a world that wants the skyscraper finished in a weekend, but a life built to last is built slow. This is where we talk about consistency over intensity. You don't need to find a new career and a new spouse and a new body by next Tuesday, okay? To move that fast. You need to lay one gold brick every day. One gold brick is one healthy meal. One gold brick is 1 hour of research into your new business. One gold brick is one night of choosing rest over scroll. Put that phone down. If you lay one golden brick every day, in a year, you'll have a wall. In 5 years, you'll have a fortress. Baby, patience is golden. Finally, the fifth step is the inspection. Every so often, you have to stop and ask, is this building still in alignment with my spirit? As the CEO of Minds Above Matters, I tell my clients all the time, your mind is the ultimate architect. If your thoughts are still not enough, you're going to use cheap materials. You have to upgrade your mental hardware to match the new life you're building. You have to stop thinking about yourself in negative ways and saying negative things to yourself. Change your self-talk, honey, and change your life. I believe in you. I believe in you 100%, 101%. But as you walk this roadmap, you got to believe in yourself 101%. I can't stress that enough. You are the builder. You are the architect and the owner of your life. Don't let anyone else hold that hammer. I want to thank you right now for joining me on this deep journey today on the Win-Win with Gwen. I am Coach Gwendolyn, and I want you to remember that healing isn't a destination. It's a daily decision to choose yourself. If you're ready to start your rebuild, I want to hear it. Leave a comment, share your story, and let's keep this conversation going. Give yourself that one final high five. You're not just a survivor. You're a builder of something beautiful. Look at you. I'm so, and I want you to keep growing, keep healing, And I'll see you next time right here, same time, same place on the Win with Gwen podcast at 6:15 a.m. every morning. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next episode because you never know. It might be the one that changes your life or someone you know. I love you. I'll see you all